Hey guys, this is Ben, Rowsdowersavesus, and I'm going to be helping out King Heathen in his deconversion story series. Now, the way I'm going to be doing it is a little bit different from King Heathen's style. Now, I'm going to give a quick introduction, and then I'm going to start reading it. And when I do, rather than being treated to a visual of me just reading off of a screen, which would be pretty damn boring, you're going to get a slideshow, mostly of religious stuff. Yeah. So anyway, this first one that I was sent was from ChershireDemonX. And the slideshow will start now. My deconversion was a slow process, and it almost came upon me unrealized. I grew up in a very mildly religious household. My family never attended services, nor did they cram Bible stories down our throats. But they still held holidays in ceremony. My mother was always very open to answering my questions about just about anything, though she often chased me off to the bookshelf and told me to look it up in the encyclopedia. One of my first memorable encounters with religion, specifically Christianity, was outside my middle school. The school was less than a mile from my house, so I would walk to and from most days. One day a group of people, I later learned to be Gideons, were talking to several of the students and handing out little orange copies of the New Testament. Many were just collecting as many as they could. I opted not to seek out these people. Unfortunately, one found me. I was a quiet and reserved kid. Overweight and used to people making fun of me, I wanted nothing to do with the man following me talking about Christ and being saved. I'd just politely nod and continue to power down the sidewalk. After he followed me 3/4 of the way home, I finally accepted the little book, said the little prayer to be saved, and was glad to see the back of him. Skip ahead to high school. Still being the quiet, overweight kid, I would read a lot. I still had that little Bible, and I'd read a great deal of it. I wasn't impressed. Now, my family wasn't religious, but they managed to instill in me an aversion to doing anything wrong. I felt that abandoning the idea of God would be the same as worshiping Satan. So I spent a lot of time rationalizing and analyzing facts and coming up with different theories on how a God of benevolence could exist in this world. Eventually, I fell into a resigned agnosticism, unable to get my answers, but unable to abandon my hope of something beyond. Throughout high school, I didn't notice, but I became steadily more bitter toward the idea of religion. This was brought to my attention when I was introduced the song Opiate by Tool by my friend, who claimed I'd like it because it was about atheism and the evils of religion. After listening to and agreeing with the song, I accepted the moniker of atheist. Later that same year, it was brought to light how many people regard atheism while in my ROTC class. One of the girls asked out of curiosity what religion everyone was. Most memorably, one guy, attempting to be gangsta, replied, "I'm a fucking Christian." When I lightly scoffed at that, the girls asked me, and I plainly said, with a shrug, that I was an atheist. Everyone in the small class regarded me with awe. I hadn't realized before then that it wasn't exactly common not to believe in something.